Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vitvaram. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. We continue from Shloka 85. Moha eva mahamrutyuhu mumukshor vapuradishu moho vinirjito yena samukti padamarhati. Mumukshoho Vapuhu adishu, mumukshoho, for the mumukshus, for the seekers of liberation, for the spiritual aspirant, mumukshu. Vapuhu adishu, vapuhu, sharir, etc. So when it is said that vapuhu, the body, etc., body, senses, and Karya Karana Sanghat, the entire assemblage put together. This entire assembly which is put together is for the Jiva to realize. This assembly of the technical word Karya Karana Sanghat, the assembly of the Sthula and the Sukshma Sharir with Karan Sharir, all this is put together so that we can rise higher. But over here, Vapu Adishu is taken. Moha eva mahamrutyuhu. Moha, infatuation. Infatuation for the sense objects. For the spiritual aspirant, mumukshu, Vapu Adishu, the body, etc., and then the senses, and then moha, delusion, with this entire world of objects over here. Moha eva mahamrutyuhu. This is a great death. See, it is not just, why is the word mahamrutyu taken? Mrityu is, whoever has taken birth has to die. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu. The one who has taken birth dies. But if moha, if the shark of moha bites us, if these delusion takes over for the possession of the worldly objects, यानी कि वस्तु व्यक्ति परिस्थिति, objects, people, situations, whatever we are infatuated with, because the pluralistic world is of three things: objects, people and situations. So moha is for these things. Other than me, what I am attached to. So if there is a moha, infatuation for any of them, mahamrityu. Why is it mahamrityu? Because the assemblage is created for moksha. And instead of moksha, we go towards the objects. And it is Mahamrityu because it brings about suffering. Not just ordinary death. This moha created mrityu takes us to yonis where we will suffer. That is what is talked about as Mahamrityu. It is not ordinary death. It is a death which brings about suffering. Attachment to objects and children and spouse and situations and well-created conditions, and every single thing has the ability to loot the vitality of our antakarana and create moha. Akhandanandji Maharaj used to say that even if we accidentally, the eye falls upon an advertisement, that advertisement is created to take our mind's attention for a particular object. That in Kali Yuga, the advertisement is so powerful that even if the desire was not there, the advertisement is capable of generating that desire. That is called Mahamrityu. Moha eva Mahamrityu mumukshoho vapuradishu moho vinirjitaha. Mohaha, this delusion, look at it, two upasargas are put over there. Jitaha, conquer. Ni nishchayena. Visheshena nishchayena jitaha. Two upasargas, vi and ni, are put by Shankaracharya. There is a reason. Because it takes a lot of effort to conquer this delusion, this infatuation, moha. And we have to constantly remind ourselves. We have to bring our mind to the awareness. Your job, your purpose is Atmavastu Chintanam. Atmavastu Chintanam. The minute the mind leaks out and goes in the objects, we have to catch it right there and then. Yato yato nishcharati. Whenever the mind escapes, tatastatam niyam ye tata. There and there itself you bring it back. Bhagavan Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So we have to be so vigilant. We have to first be aware that I am watching my own mind. And I have to be aware of objectifying the thoughts in our mind. See, our life is lived in such autopilot mode that we don't even realize where our mind is at a given particular point in time. This is Vinirjitaha. Vinirjitaha is incredibly attentive to the veg, the gati of our mind, the direction in which the mind goes. And it is for all of us, the speaker included. Please don't think that I am also, we are conquered just because somebody wears an ochre robe. Yesterday itself I had to 2-3 times that unnecessarily you are wasting your energy thinking about this. Unnecessarily you are wasting energy thinking about what if this had happened. Gone. I had to bring myself out. No. Over. Move on. Move on. Move on. Move on. Move on. So Vinirjitaha is a continuous effort. It is an effort. So, moha vinirjitaha yena sa mukti padam arhati. Such a person qualifies themselves for this state of liberation. They deserve arhati. They deserve themselves for the attainment of this padavi, because effort, grace of Bhagavan, grace of Guru, grace of Shastra keeps the mumukshu intact. And this is arhati deserves. The Shastra over here, Shankaracharya ji says, such a person deserves. So they earn the grace. They have earned the grace by yama is proper, niyama is proper, and born out of yama, niyama, asan is proper asan. Kimasita vrajeta kim, Arjuna had asked, how does he sit, how does he move? Not just doing some asan, halasan and matsyasan. Yeah, you can do all of those, but the asan is, where is this person in a given space and time? How are they united? Asana is literally the sthiti of the mind created by yama and niyama. So then pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi, the student reaches all of those things. Even Patanjali Maharshi ji in the Ashtanga Yoga starts with yama and niyama. The control of the senses, control of the mind, and regularity. That regularity itself over here is what creates this word arhati. They deserve moksha. So if we say something that I'm going to do this, that means we should just abide by it. That's why people, just simple little thing like Sandhya Vandanam. You wake up, take bath, sit down, and without doing Sandhya Vandanam, you don't even do anything else. Just by that practice, the person reaches so far in life. Forget about moksha. Look at all these people who are CEOs and well-to-do people. They're very disciplined. Lakshmi comes to them, all different types of Lakshmi, not just the pocket green stuff. Because there is a yama and niyama in such a person's life. This is what is so beautifully talked about. Continuing, 86. Moham jahi mahamrutyum dehadara sutadishu yam jitva munayo yanti tadvishnov paramam padam. Dehadara sutadishu, deha body, dara wives, sutadi children, etc. So etc. meaning house and wealth, and you can add as much as you want, degrees, this, that. So basically starting from body up to the penultimate limit of the ahankar, seeing ahankar and mamakar, that this is I, me and mine, bas. So all of these possessions, mahamrutyum moham jahi. This is the mahamrutyu, our infatuation with everything, starting from body, etc. Yam jitva munayo tad vishnoho paramam padam yanti. Munayaha mananashilavan, see, he uses the right word, yati. Yati is yatnam kurvanti. The one who puts effort is yati. The sannyasi is actually called yati, but anybody who puts effort. If somebody wakes up early in the morning, that little Shankaracharya ji himself, he was just 4 or 5 years old, he had taken Upanayanam. And every day in the morning, he had to do Sandhya Vandanam. So, as a child, he was a yati. Dvija karma is done. So, when we are regular in our habits, and our habits, it creates a bhagya, whether worldly or spiritual, doesn't matter. That person is called yati, yatnam kurvanti. They have put effort. And then on the spiritual path over here is munayaha. Not just yati, not just effort, but effort, right amount of effort in the right direction. So that is manana shilavan. The direction is picked by the mind. And which direction? Not the adhogati of the sense objects, but urdhvagati of atma tattvam. That is what is talked about, that yam munayaha jitva, this munayaha, manana shilavan, the wise people, the spiritual aspirants and the yogis, etc. Tad Vishnoho paramam padam yanti. They attain the supreme abode of Vishnu. Over here, it is said yanti, they attain. Now, yanti is, we have to understand, it's a verb, that they attain. For the Atma Tattvam, there is no attainment, because we are right here and now, Vishnu alone. But we have not accepted ourselves as Vishnu because of all this avidya created tadatmyam with the lower prakriti. I call myself Alpa Buddhiman, Alpa Shaktiman, etc. Alpagnya. I am of lower intelligence. I don't have weak mind, and then my infatuation with the object and attachment over here. So what to do? But actually, this antakarana is nothing but the reflection of the Paramatma. This is a small s. It's a reflection. This is a capital S. So, in essence, Tadeva Tvamasi. You are that and that alone. Tattvamasi is you are that. But our Tadatmyam doesn't allow us to embrace our Vishnu Padvi. So that is why over here the Yanti Shabda Prayog is done. But there is no going to Vaikuntha Loka, Saketa Loka, Goloka, something like that and becoming Vishnu. We may think, oh, I will come to this Kshira Sagar and ahaha, this Ananta Sheshanag is sitting over there just like Sri Rangam, and it is right here. But Padmanabha Swami is right here. And we think we have to go to Tiruvananthapuram to have his darshan. So Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padam Yanti. Just change the gaze of the mind and we will have darshan of Bhagavan. Now we enter section number 20, Gurudev labels this section shlokas 87 to 91 as gross body condemned. Shankaracharya ji in these shlokas, he looks down upon the sthula sharira. But please don't misunderstand this. this body is what we have. Without this body we cannot realize the self. The condemnation of the body, sthula sharira, is so that we change our gaze, that's all. That doesn't mean that we have to ignore it, the pains and the problems of it. We have to take care of it. It's very important that this understanding be there. Tvang mam sarudira snayu medo majjasti sankulam purnam mutra purishabhyam sthulam nindyam idam vapuhu. Idam vapuhu, last line, last words. This body, idam vapuhu. What is this? This idam vapuhu. So it says, this body, tvang meaning none other than skin, mass, flesh, rudiraha, blood, snayuhu, all the tendons, medaha, fat, majja, marrow, asti, not tea, asti meaning bones. So all of this sapta dhatus talked about over here, these 7 dhatus, and this time Shankaracharya ji has gone because see sthula sharira. So look at Shankaracharya ji's detail with which he goes. So he's going with what we see first. What do we see? Skin. But earlier when we had studied, he started from inside out. He started with asti, majja, meda, snayu, rudiraha, mams, tvang. So he went from inside out. But this time he is going from outside in. Sthula sharira. That's why. So this meja asti sankulam, put together sankulam, this gross body, purnam. Over here it is said purnam, it is complete with what? Mutra purishabhyam. It is then filled. The sapta dhatus are there, and additional to the sapta dhatus there are 2 more things, and that is mala and mrityu. Sorry, not mrityu, mutra, sorry. Mutra purishabhyam. So all of that fecal matter and urine is what this Gurudev, the way he would describe, his mouth and everything, he says, why do you have infatuation for such a thing? It is, if you go out there and buy a gift and you wrap it and you put a bow on it and you give somebody a happy birthday gift, he said, Bhagavan is the best gift wrapper. He has wrapped urine and fecal matter, and we have fascination for this gift wrapped of sapta dhatus and just put together with urine and fecal matter. So this thulam nindyam. Over here he says it is worthy of condemnation. Why would somebody want that? Even when people have babies and they have to change diapers, that first week you have to get used to changing diapers, and then you just get used to it, and you have to wait until 2.5, 3 years. Until then you keep on changing. But that parent, mother and father who are doing this job of changing diapers, you think they enjoy it? They have to do it. It's their job now. They invited this baby into this world. Happily they will do it. But quickly, the minute it is removed, it's not even opened and examined. कि ये क्या खाना खाया था, निकला वो सही सलामत. They don't even look at it. Close and gone. Gurudev used to say this. That's why I'm repeating. This is not my original pravachan. Gurudev, you watched his videos on Vivekachudamani. He said, when you vomit, do you like look, oh ho, ye kya maine nikala bahar? Are you just flush it. This is the understand. If we understand this properly, we will have proper relationship with this body. One beautiful thing Guruji had said, and I still remember even today, almost 25 years ago, I had heard. He said, when you go to bathroom and you touch your body in the bathroom, then you wash your hands. He says, now आप लोग सब ब्रह्मचारी सन्यासी बनने वाले हैं. You are all going to this brahmachari and sannyasis. Don't touch your body. He said, the more you touch your body, the more tadatmyam. And the more mirrors which are around you, more tadatmyam. He said, look at yourself, put your kumkum, bhasma, whatever, put your clothes, walk out of the bathroom, never to touch this body again until you go back. And you know, that has stayed with me, and it is the best hygiene if we can follow. During this COVID years, I was remembering, even handshake and everything had to stop. That's when I realized the cleanliness and then the attachment, and you know, people have the habit of doing this and all of that. For what? We continuously, the more we touch, the more we are spreading various things, and the more attachment that we have. I had somebody come and say, just like this, they keep on doing, and here I will give you one more roti with doing this. I said, you know, I will serve my, no, I'll serve you. I said, you have touched your lips. And then they will, ambodo banao se, khati pirasti vakte. So, the more we are in contact with it, more moha we assemble. That is what is talked about. Continuing, panchikritebhyo bhutebhyah स्थूलेभ्यः पूर्वकर्मणां समुत्पन्नमिदं स्थूलं भोगायतनमात्मनः अवस्था जागरस्तस्य स्थूलार्थानुभवो यतः. So, idam sthulam shariram, this gross body, panchikritebhyah bhutebhyah स्थूलेभ्यः पूर्वकर्मणा samutpannam. This is the prose order. So, idam sthulam, this gross body, it is implied, panchikritebhyah, the 5 elements gone through the pentamerous division and recombination, the 5 elements, combination of the subtle 5 elements, pentamerous, division, and then recombination. When they come together, you can read up on this Panchikaranam, which we saw earlier. Panchikritebhyah bhutebhyah, the 5 elements. Sthulebhyah, these sthulebhyaha it is said, but what is implied is sukshma, meaning subtle. They are the 5 elements gone through grossification in their tanmatra state, that is the subtle elements. And how are these subtle elements in the tanmatra state? Now you know the sattva amsha of the pancha mahabhuta creates buddhi, antakarana. The rajoguna aspect of the pancha mahabhuta creates the senses, and then the tamoguna aspect creates the objects, etc. So like that, this panchikaranam creates all of this matter. Even the sthul is also matter, sukshma is also matter. It's all born out of nothing but matter. So other than consciousness, everything over here is nothing but matter. It is gross matter and subtle matter. Nonetheless, it is matter. So it is born out of matter, whatever we consume. The subtle sukshma aspect of the food, the sattvic amsha, becomes our buddhi and man. So if there is no sattvic in our ahar, in our food, buddhi is not proper then. That's why most of us in our Sanatana Dharma, we live the life of ahimsa. Even our food is ahimsa, vegetarian. So the least himsa which is afflicted, so that the sattva amsha can create a sattvic aspect for us to think, for us to rise, to make proper decisions, etc., etc. So how is all this created? Over here, purva karmana, by our ananta koti janmantara krut purva karmas have given birth to this body. My own karmas dictated that I have this body. Whether I am skinny, whether I am fat, whether whatever this body goes through, it is nothing but a gift from my own past karmas. Not Bhagavan created, karmas created by me. Each one of us, the way we have lived our past lives gives birth to this. So purva karmana samutpannam, born out of it, this idam sthulam, this body, bhoga ayatana atmanaha, it is a counter for transaction. It is over here a counter for transaction. A seat for enjoyment is what Gurudev calls it. Ordered by the past actions, the gross body is the seat of experience for the self. Atmanaha, it is there to experience the capital S self. But if we use this for the objective reality, the small s, the world of plurality, then it doesn't serve any purpose. So over here, bhogayatanam atmanaha avastha jagratah tasya sthula arthanu anubhava yataha. So in the waking state, with this body, we are able to experience sthula artha, sthula, gross, artha, objects. Anubhava, it is for the experience of gross objects which we are exposed to in our Jagrat Avastha. Utilizing the body, we observe the world of plurality, but the purpose is to realize the self. So through the apprehension of plurality, we negate it, and properly we rise on the higher. So in this way, this is the purpose of our body. It is to experience the capital S self, but yes, we do experience the pluralistic world, but the purpose is greater than that. Continuing. Bahyendriyai sthula padartha sevam stryak chandana stryadi vichitra rupan karoti jiva swayametadaatmana tasmat prashastir vapushosya jagare. So, what happens in the waking state? Shankaracharya ji has painted a picture over here. He says, Shankaracharya ji says that Bahyendriyaihi, the external sense organs, strak, second line, strak Chandana Stri Adi Vichitra Rupan. The external organs, strak over here meaning, garlands and beautifying, and you can add, he just in 3 words has captured, but it means makeup and beautifying and nice clothes and all that. I'm talking to somebody who wants to get married, and I said, well, the muhurtam is on this day, but no, if we do it on Saturday, I don't have to do my hair 2-3 times, and अरे राम राम, ये शादी करनी है कि ये बाल बनाने में आपका समय चला जाएगा, पूरी जिंदगी बाल ही बनाते रहो तो फिर લગન કરવાના એક દિવસમાં તમારા વાળનું કલ્યાણ કરો. I said, you please find somebody else to help her. What to do? 3 hours in pictures, 4 hours in getting ready, and then you finish wedding in 30 minutes. We cannot even do Ganapati Avahanam. But see, this is what we do with the body, and proper thinking is not there. So, strak, chandana, for perfume, fragrance, striyadi, in women, etc. Vichitra rupan, various objects, person comes in contact with sthula padartha seva. Shankaracharya ji, that is the seva. Kanhaiyani seva બાજુમાં ગઈ, હવે આ બધી સેવા કરવાની, So the seva of all these objects, and then the day goes. Somebody spending 1 hour in the bathroom. We put alarm at 4 o'clock. Darshan karwa bar 6 વાગે નીકળે. Oh, what is this? Guruji says, you go in bathroom, finish your business in 10 minutes. You are waking up in Brahma Muhurtam time. What are you doing in there? But that is called sthula padartha seva. Oh, I need Turkish towels. ઇન્ડિયાના પેલા કેલિકોના મારે ચામડી ઘસાઈ જાય છે. ઓહો હો હો. I just finished drying the body, put on clothes, put some kumkum and walk out. How long? But you see, look at Shankaracharya ji. This is 6th century he is saying this. I don't know what he would write today for this shloka if he had only seen the weddings of ye zamane ke. Karoti jivah swayam etad atmana. This sthula padartha, then atmana swayam etad jivah karoti. This jivaha, this ego over here, when he's talking about jiva, this perceiver, feeler, thinker, just worship of the objects, worship of the sharir, etc., that atmana jivaha swayam etad karoti. This is what the person does. And tasmat prashasti vapushaha asya jagare. Therefore, prashasti, this is the eminence of the body, asya vapuhu, of this body in the waking state. See, he's painting this picture as to where the precious time of 24 hours leak. And he's just used one line, Stryak Chandana Striyadi Vichitra Rupan. So, wherever our weakness is, we will end up. I know my weakness in kitchen. I make various things, different recipes. I know it's a weakness. I make healthy food and whatnot. And one Swamiji in Southern California, I know, Swami Bhajanananda, he once said it very beautifully to me. I still remember I had gone to give pravachan in Kali temple in Laguna Beach. And you know, he makes food for some 40-50 people. I said, Swamiji, how do you do this? He said, you know, when you enter kitchen, in 30 minutes, you should be done cooking. If you spend more than 30 minutes a day in kitchen, that means Maya has bitten you. I will never forget this. Like what Guruji had said, spending time in bathroom, touching. This is what we pick up in satsang, and we should contemplate upon these great, just simple sentences people utter just like that. But then it reminds us, Arey, my precious time, what am I doing? Where does my 24 hours go away? Where do they disappear? Is that this ego worships sthula padartha seva. We should quickly put ourselves together, put something in this body, healthy. Yeah, if we have diabetes, this, that, we have to watch out what we eat. I'm not saying we shouldn't. But maximum time should be given to observe. What are they doing? Are they misbehaving? Because I have to take them over. Take antakarana higher. It is like a cow herder, has a stick and has 10 cows. And he's taking these 10 cows out for grazing. If he sat down underneath a tree and starts, बीड़ी पीने के लिए थोड़ा break ले लिया, and he misses attention for maybe 10 minutes, these cows will all go in different directions. And when they go in different directions, it will be a big task for him to bring them back together. Lord Rama's father's name is Dasharatha. The 10 senses are like 10 chariots going in different direction. But we have to bring them, this is one chariot. If attention is given to Rama, then Dasharatha leads to Rama Tattva. But if Dasha Mukha are there, then that same Rama has to go down south and do samhar of the 10 heads. Dasharatha Nandana Ram, Dashamukha Mardana Ram. You know? This is our body. The 10 senses are so powerful. If we give power to these senses, they will become 10 heads. But if we bring them together and the Lord of the senses, the mind, is taken care of and it is truly delivered to Ram, it will lead us to mukti. That is to be understood over here. Tasmat prashasti prashastaha vapusho asya jagare. In the waking state, this body finds its eminence in the midst of this chariot. The whole Bhagavad Gita is on a chariot, you know. Ratharupa Kalpana. Indriyani Hayanahuhu. This 10 horses. Sharira Rathamevacha. The body is the chariot. And none other than Bhagavan Krishna. Buddhim tu sarathim viddhi manapragrahamevacha. Such a beautiful simile from Katho Upanishad. The whole Gita. How do I get in control of my life? I get in control of my life by making sure that my attention is given to that which is worthy of my attention and nothing else. If there is a leakage of water in a pipe and we find that our water bill is so high and we check our bathrooms and everywhere, where is this water? And we see the corner of the property, there is a stream flowing out. Then we realize that there is damage to the pipe. And if we don't fix that pipe, we will leak more and more water and we will pay for it. This body is a flow of energy. If we lose our energy in various directions, we won't be able to harness it for the higher. So we have to know where it is leaking. All of these things, Srak Chandana, Striyadi, Sthula Padartha Seva. That's where we leak our energy. And then we have to just lie down. Mare besu parse chas nahi. Because we are running. After so many things we shouldn't run after. It has to be purpose. Even in jobs, people get caught up. So how do I leave it? I said, leave it. I left. Our precious time is most important. It is. Yes, we serve. It's important that we serve. We have to serve family, we have to serve society, everything we have to do. But first seva is to ourselves. And as we age, the number of years for seva is not increasing, it's decreasing. It is of utmost importance. That's why this ninda of sthula sharir is there, you know. Sarvopi bahya samsaraha purushasya yadashrayah viddi dehamidam sthulam gruhavad gruhamedhinah. Idam sthula shariram. You know, again the same Shankaracharya ji repeats various examples he's giving. So idam sthulam deham, this gross body, purushasya yad ashrayah, purushasya of the man, yad ashrayah, depending upon this body, sarvo api bahya samsarah, all of this outside pluralistic world created samsar, vidhi, you come to know, gruhavat gruhamedhinah. Know this gross body to be the shelter over here, yadashrayah, for the individual to conduct all the dealings with this bahya samsar, this world. Just like a house is for a householder. A householder does what? A householder comes to the house in the evening, the family is there, a protection is given, there is a sense of security is there, everything is there in the house, but then the house is left in the morning for a purpose in the samsar, to collect various articles and come back. A householder keeps on doing this. Shankaracharya ji is saying, think about it. The body is just another house. Is this all you're going to keep on doing? Go out there, bring objects, use them up. Again, next day, go out there, bring them, use them up. What is it for? What is the purpose? Years go by, we raise children, we grow old, you know. Angam galitam, Shankaracharya ji says, you know, Dashanavihidam jatam tuddam, vruddho yati gruhitva dandam tadapina munchati asha. So, if we are not careful with our purpose, a householder does the same thing day in, day out. Years go by. What about years, decades? Life will go away. What did you do? The birds also make a nest and raise a little family in the springtime. They are gone. Next springtime, they will do the same thing. So, it is for us to question this body. Is it just bhogayatanam for experiencing this bahya samsaraha? And you know, bahya samsara will go on. Anadi anantamaya, it is said. But we are anadi, avidya in us, anadi, but antasahitaha. We have to bring an end to it. This anadi, avidya, we have to bring an end to it. Anadi, yes, beginningless, but antasahit, we have to bring an end to it. But this pluralism, pluralistic world, anadi, ananta, there is no end, it will go on. It will go on, it will go on. We are worried about what's going to happen tomorrow. Billions of trillions of years have gone by. Tomorrow is not even worthy of a fraction of a nanosecond of a flickering of a firefly. In that much time, billions of Adityas come and go. Aditya Mandala. So, what am I doing here? What is this for? Is to be thought about, you know. This is very, very, you know, thought-provoking. Shankaracharya ji is, he's not bringing us down. There's nothing wrong with the body. Body is amazing. I have to give a talk to, you know, medical students. And my thing is, I'm going to take sthula sharira. I mean, that's what they are exposed to. Just young students, they are in their early to mid 20s. But what is this body? And I'm going to approach this from a very different standpoint. I'll do the criticism only afterwards. It's what Shankaracharya ji, what our Shastra talks about as epidermis, skin, marrow and bones and blood and fat and flesh and all those things, how it is made is a wonder of wonder. And the code, the DNA code, which is keeping the whole body alive, we condemn it. But the beauty of what is created and how intelligently it is created for the realization of the intelligence behind it, isn't it? The divine intelligence, it alone has created this. We can create everything in the factories on this planet. Who can create a body? We've created artificial intelligence. And they warn us, be careful, otherwise it will surpass our intelligence and destroy us. But Bhagavan's intelligence will never destroy us. Because it's divine. This is artificially created. And that has dangers in it. It is smitten with all different types of avagunas, because the buddhi of the people who made it has to be purified. If it is not purified, interesting, the person who made it himself said it, oh, what has been created is danger. When he creates, see how well he has created. It can go in either direction. That's why he has created this. And we have to appreciate through the mechanism of this body, the divine consciousness behind it. That blue boy of Vrindavan, Gurudev used to say, you know, the peacock feather on his head, all the colors he has removed, and it becomes his ornament, a simple peacock feather. And what is that? Kamana. Kamana becomes his abhushan. And for us, Kamana alone is at work. There is no Kamana. Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. When it is said in Bhagavatam, Bhagayasya asti. He stood up for Dharma and Dharma alone. And such a person goes very further. And when we appreciate the Dharma of the Sharira, we fall in love with consciousness even more. I shouldn't say fall in love, the regular love, people say, oh, I have fallen in love. You rise over here. Guruji used to say, we rise in bhakti. We never say, I have fallen in bhakti. Bhakti is something, devotion for Bhagavan, what he has created. But then, he has created for a higher purpose. If we miss that, then hopefully better luck next life. We pray that in this birth itself we reach the lotus feet of Bhagavan Krishna. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.